Hey guys, we're back today doing another build. This is going to be my last build for a little while just because I got to get back to working on my grow out room for my coral, for my store. As much as I love doing the terrarium builds, they've been taking me away from that, and I just wanted to knock these out real quick because I got a lot of plants outside that I don't have room for inside in the tanks to quarantine properly, so I want to go ahead and properly wash them, get them processed, get them in here and let them sit and basically get pest free and things, safe for the frogs. So they're going to go into grow out for about 2 months in this tank before I even add the frogs that I already have for the tanks. But I wanted to do the 3 right here together at one time, and the reason why is I want to come up with a design that has what looks like a fallen tree branch with maybe some little branches coming up, and I want to plant bromeliads and ferns all over that. But then the whole background of all these tanks, I want to be nothing but bromeliads. No wood, no design, no really anything crazy. I just want to basically take bromeliads and fill up the whole background, and then for the ground have that fallen trunk of a tree or big branch that fell out of the sky or whatever look. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm going to do all 3 builds at one time. I'm probably going to do the hardscape today in this video, and then in the next video we'll come back and do the planting and stuff. So if you'll have any questions, just leave a comment, I'll answer them, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and hopefully it turns out as good as I want it to. Thanks guys. So we start off with our backgrounds. Like before, I cut them in half so that I could fit them through the front doors. Now I could leave them whole and take the front doors off and install them, but I decided just to cut them. But you want to make sure they go in the same way. Clay balls were used as our false bottom layer. This is what I use all the time. And then we cover them with our substrate blocking material, covered by substrate of our choice. The background has the hydro lawn glued to it already. And you'll notice that I pre-installed zip ties for our bromeliads that we'll be adding later. Now we are ready for our hardscape to be installed. Hey guys, so I am now working on the hardscape. My first piece is going to go in, which is my main show piece, is this larger trunk piece of cork bark. Now these branches coming off the top are actually just other pieces of cork bark that I glued in with black foam. I just drilled holes into this and put it in there and just foamed it in. I had a half-used can of foam I've been saving, and I figured I'd use it on this, and then I filled the whole branch up with foam just to give it a little bit more support. This one actually had a little further going, but I just snapped it off picking it up because I was careless. But this is going to be my main focus point in the center tank, and then I'm going to have in the other tanks more cork bark coming off that looks like the main trunk. And I want to put some orchids and some bromeliads on this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the hardscape into these tanks today, and that's probably where I'll stop. And then I'll come back in the morning or maybe late tonight and do some of the planting, and we'll go from there. The cork bark went in first, followed by scrap pieces. I did lay out my pieces prior to know the design I wanted. With the hardscape done, all that is left now is to plant it. Please follow along guys, as the next video will be planting these 3 terrariums. And thank you for viewing. And please hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done so already.